Look, we know what Kevin Durant is doing, but it wasn't until I read the morning note this morning until it really jumped off the page. Going back to the 85-86 season, only 3 players had started the season with 4 straight 30-point games. Listen to the company. Now it's 4 because Durant's in there. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Adrian Dantley. For those of you that don't remember, he was a scoring machine.
Adrian Dantley was a scoring machine.
He could
and
ball.
You know, some people were, you know, I mean, listen, this dude was big time with the bad boys. They could, you know, win the title, should have kept him for years.
Okay.
But Mark Aguirre wasn't bad, but go ahead.
Here's the deal. Dallas sits there looking for their first win. Durant, off to a terrific start. How good can he be?
Skip and I were talking about this early in the morning, and I'm about to say something that people are going to be shocked by.
You're going to raise eyebrows with it.
It needs to be said. If Kevin Durant can put on weight, if he can get bigger,
how much
stronger? I'm talking about
15, 20.
It's hard to say with his frame or whatever the case may be. I'm not an expert on that. He just needs to get stronger because he's just too skinny. I think that Kevin Durant can go down as the greatest scorer in NBA history, and I sincerely mean that. I think that I'm talking about number 1. I'm talking about a greater scorer than Michael Jordan. I'm talking about a greater scorer than Kobe Bryant, a greater scorer than I don't care who you're. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's a scoring machine. He's 6. I don't know if people have stood next to him. He is a legitimate 6'10". Okay? He's got a handle. He can pull up from 30. I know the 3-point line says 19-9. Kevin Durant can pull up from 30. I'm from 30. I mean, this kid is pure, okay? He goes, look at other guys. Watch them go to the free throw line. I just want people to pay attention to this kind of stuff. Kevin Durant goes to the free throw line. You got other people, they bouncing the ball 5, 6, 7 times. They spinning the ball. They doing all of this other stuff. Kevin Durant goes up there.
Oh.
It's like it's with his eyes closed.
Shooter.
This dude is a scoring machine. There is nothing, I mean, he just doesn't have the strength to push people around. He can, you know, ideally you don't want him with his back to the basket trying to back somebody down, even though he can get a shot off because he's so long he can turn around and shoot it over almost anybody. But Dirk Nowitzki is a big-time scorer, no doubt. He doesn't have this kid's athleticism. He doesn't have this kid's speed. He doesn't have his hops. Okay, he can shoot like that, but he doesn't have those other attributes. You look at him, Michael Jordan wasn't this tall. Kobe Bryant wasn't this tall. They could, I mean, you know, their range came later. Kevin Durant came into college with this. Remember, he was All-American, went to Texas his first year, even though they got bounced out in the NCAA tournament a little bit too early. I blame Rick Barnes more than I blame Kevin Durant. At the end of the day, I look at this kid, and there is nothing to stop him. The sky's this guy. I think the Lord made him skinny just to be fair to the rest of the basketball players out there. This dude right here is a pure scoring machine, and if he puts on weight, there will be no one in NBA history that will be deemed more of a prolific scorer than this kid.
Is that hyperbole, or are you backing that?
I'm backing every word you just said. I loved every word you just said. I underline it. I second all your emotions on this one. And, Jay, you remember when we were back in our New York days in the show, when he was at Texas.
I remember well.
I just raved. I said, this kid's going to change life in the NBA.
It was love at first sight for you.
For me, and we had Bill Self on, and he had just, Kansas had just played Texas, and Bill Self said, I have never seen anything like this before. And he was dead on right. What I've loved the most about Kevin Durant is he loves to play this game.
Yes, he does.
And a lot of guys really don't love it this much. It's a little bit of work, and there's pressure. He just wants to play, play, and play. He loved it last night. He plays that. There's that Nike commercial where he's in his van just looking for a game. You know, that's what that's like real to me.
Well, you've called him a gym rat.
Yeah, gym rat.
Can't get enough of it.
Definitely. And yet, the only disagreement I have is on the weight gain. I don't know that I want to see him put pounds on, just muscle on. I want him to stay sleek and slim because he stays healthy. I don't want to see him get ground bound.
Can he continue, though? You call it the man body. You need that in the NBA, especially if you're inside.
He's stronger than you think. He plays with strength. And I want to see him do lightweight work just to get some physique, a little physique.
And we're not saying he's weak.
No.
Is it a durability issue? I mean, are you worried that he would wear down after years of this pounding?
If you got bigger, you might. No, I'm the other way.
You
See,
think
I don't
if
want
he
him to
got bigger,
carry
it
the
would
weight.
hurt him?
Well, you'll have knee issues.
Right.
He now can carry his weight for the duration. He's
Right.
been very healthy.
You have to take into account he's a slight frame.
And I'm telling
He's
you,
just,
Jay, what you have to understand is that his game is not predicated on athleticism. It contributes to it.
Yeah.
Right.
It makes him more potent. But the weight, his length, and his IQ, his basketball IQ, and he's got heart. He ain't scared of anything.
Nope.
You know, and again, when all else fails, he literally says, I don't have to get physical. I'll pull up from 25, 30, and there is nothing you can do about it. If you foul him, he's going to make 9 out of 10 free throws.
That is correct.
He's just
We're
money.
talking about big clutch Gene here. He wanted that ball, and he knew exactly what he was going to do with it. And to pull up and fall away from, I don't know how many feet, it was at least 3 feet beyond the line.
It was at least 23 feet.
Okay, to fall away and shoot that ball on a line, just to have the strength to get the ball to the basket, not easy.
by the way, you called it last night before it happened.
Here it is right here.
I did. I was watching with the
Pretty impressive.
Watching with the lovely Ernestine last night, and she loves Dirk, and she said when Vince Carter hit the shot, she said, game over. I said, you better be careful, and if 35 gets the ball in his hands, you're in trouble. And boom.
And I got to say it, and you know what? I've experienced most of it. I mean, listen, my life could have ended, as much as I love the game of basketball, it could have ended with a smile on my face in 1998 when Michael Jordan crossed over Byron Russell and pulled up and posed.
Yeah.
That to me was his defining moment. I was at that game, okay? I was there in person. It was special. It was just special. It was a beautiful, beautiful moment. But the one thing in basketball I have not experienced is a game in Oklahoma City watching this kid play. I've been to every NBA city but Oklahoma City.
Okay.
I've got
When
to
you go get there
to watch that. I'm getting there this year.
Yeah.
This year.
We need to get you there with Skip.
I'm getting there this
the
year.
mayor.
I'm coming there this
I've
year.
spent a little
I
time
love
there.
those
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah,
I
you
love
have.
those
I
fans
spent-
because they have something special
They do.
and they know it.
Okay, last
And
quick
they know
point.
it.
Speaking of Michael Jordan, I don't want to say that Kevin Durant will be better than Michael Jordan. Let's not put
I
that
said better
on him. I
scorer.
know, I agree with
Scorer.
you. Just for the record,
Scorer.
you know,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah, I think
we're
he was-
talking about scoring points here.
Right.
Rings, I don't know. I want to see him get his first ring. You know,
Sure.
let's.
I didn't say a better player.
Okay,
I said
good.
better
Thank you.
scorer.
Thank you.
Scorer.
Skip wanted to be very clear.
Well,
He
we don't
made
want to put that.
distinction.
No, I'm not going to put
And
that.
it's fair.
Put that evil on that kid.
No, I
right?
know, and that would be evil.
Yes, it would be.
We would
No,
be.
we'll never do that. It's sacrilege. I don't want to hear Jordan's mouth either. He'll corner me again like he did years ago about LeBron. I ain't dealing with Jordan's wrath.